The first card you have for your past is the Six of Swords. Yeah, so obviously this is about getting away, distancing, leaving, going to somewhere calmer. This woman's in rocky waters and she's going to calmer seas. So that's what I'm seeing there. And I think you distance yourself from someone. I think you might be doing that right now, or you've just recently distanced yourself from someone. I'm actually seeing two lots of distancing or two lots of leaving twice. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's very strange. I think one of these things is, one of this distancing or leaving is something that happened way back in your past, and the other one is more recent. So I think with the one that happened a long time ago, the one way back in your past, it really feels like that has impacted on this last one. So the really, really difficult one way back when, that was a really, really particularly horrible time of leaving for you. I actually think you left someone with absolutely nothing at that time. And maybe that's why you're extra stressed at this time. So with this time when you left, yeah, I'm seeing you absolutely leaving with nothing. You got up, you left, you went, and you had nothing. Or they left you, but you had nothing, absolutely nothing. Really, really clear here. I'm really seeing that. And you had to build yourself up again, if this resonates with you. And you did that really well. You did an amazing job. It was really hard work. I think you had someone around you helping you. I'm seeing one person helping you here. But even then, I think there are a few problems around them. They weren't all that easy to get along with. So there are a lot of difficulties for you, even when you left, obviously emotionally. Then you had this other person around you. I think they were doing their best, but they were quite a difficult person. There's also someone else here who you wished was around you at this time. And I think you also wish they were around you now. That's what I'm getting. Missing someone. They weren't able to be there for you at this time. I don't think it was their fault. I think you knew that, but you missed them anyway. That's just what I'm seeing. But yeah, the main thing is, the big thing is, you got out of that, you built yourself up again. So yeah, if this is you, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. And I feel as if I have to tell you that. Maybe that's why this is coming up now, because you're having this time where you're distancing yourself from someone and you're kind of remembering the old distancing or the leaving when you left someone that was a bit more serious. So you know, it's like, oh, not again. I'm going through this again. So just know how strong you are. I just want you to really, really feel that and know what you've come through and where you are now. You know, you used to be in this really, really, really low place at one time when you left this person, and now you're in a much better position. So just know who you are. I feel as if you're very, very tired, you're very exhausted, you're going through something right now. And so I feel as if you have to know that. I want you to know that you've really gotten to where you are from where you used to be, and that's all down to you. So know your strength. I'm really getting that quite strongly. Now with this second distancing, I actually don't think this is permanent. That's what I'm feeling. That's my feeling I'm getting automatically when I look at this. It might not feel that way to you, because I'm really getting this tiredness. It's like, oh, I'm so tired of this. I just need to get away. I need to turn my back on this. I can't deal with this. That's the energy I'm picking up on here. And you know, if you look at this woman, she's moving on. She's trying to get to a calmer place, calmer waters, but she's carrying all these swords with her. So she's still thinking about what she's left behind. She hasn't quite left it behind, or who she's left behind. And you haven't quite left them behind. That's what I'm getting there. So it's not permanent. You might think it is. I don't know. You might not. I don't know. But that's the feeling I'm getting. So I have to tell you that. There's a lot of stubbornness here as well. They might be stubborn. You might be stubborn. I don't know. But someone's stubborn. And I have to say this. There is a lot of love here. There's a lot of love here. And there's a lot of love going both ways. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I know this is in the past. But, you know, if this is you, and if you're still separated from this person, just know they have a lot of love for you. They have a lot of love for you. I'm feeling that love. They have a lot of love for you. And I think you still think about them because of this woman taking her swords with her. So, okay, this probably sounds a bit strange, but I'm just seeing this. I'm getting words and pictures. So I think someone, this person you've left behind, or you've distanced yourself from, they might still look at your pictures and old messages that you've sent to them. You sent a lot of messages between you. You sent them, they sent them. Really sweet, really nice messages. It's not creepy. It's not creepy. I'm not getting that at all. It feels like comfort. So I think they see your messages, they look through them, they look through your pictures, because it's a comfort to them. That's what I'm getting there. Yeah, words, pictures, all of that kind of thing, and they're just scrolling and looking at them. So this person definitely misses you. They definitely miss you, and that's why I'm seeing that this isn't a permanent separation, because they miss you, and I think you miss them too, or at least you think about them. That's what I'm getting in that card. Okay, so the next card you have your past, the Ace of Wands. Yes, passion. That's what this card's about. Lots and lots of passion. And I think with you and this person who you're separated from, there are a lot of high points in this relationship. Lots and lots and lots of passion. Lots of words as well. Beautiful words. Again, I'm seeing these words. I'm seeing these messages that were sent between you. Really beautiful words. And there's a kind of, it's not a code. It feels more like, maybe there were words you use that only the two of you use, little sweet words. Maybe you had names for each other, I don't know. But, you know, that's the sort of thing they look back on and read and kind of think about. And yeah, I keep on getting this. It's not finished. This isn't finished. There's a separation, but it's not a permanent separation. You have your back turned. They have their back turned, but this is the card of action. This is pure action in this card. So someone's going to take action. You're going to get together at some time. I don't know who this is. There is stubbornness here. And I think they might be blaming you for something. Even though they look back on all these messages and these photos and everything, there's a little bit of stubbornness. It's a bit like, no, I'm still angry with them. Even though I love them, there's a little bit of anger here. So, I am seeing some faults on both sides. I have to be honest. No one's 100% perfect or terrible. No one's good or bad. But whatever this is, this stubbornness is, whatever that's about, it is going to be broken down at some time, I think. You know, they're either going to come back or there'll be some kind of connection again. I'm not sure who's going to crack first. But it's like you both have your back to each other. But someone's going to crack, I think. Okay, so the last card you have your past is Justice. Okay, so I think this fits in a little bit with what I was seeing in the Six of Swords, because I think this might be, it might not be about this, but it might be about this this distancing, or this person that you left when you left with nothing. It feels as if it fits in with that. Now, it might be about a completely different situation, but yeah, there's some kind of a situation here, and it feels like someone owes you something. That's what it feels like here. This is justice. So it's like, I want justice. Someone owes me something. I should get that back. And that fits in with, you know, when you're left with nothing. So again, it might be that situation. It might be another situation where someone owes you something. I think this person has some kind of impression that either they don't owe you anything, or you owe them. It's very strange, because I that's not what I'm getting at all. I think they do owe you something, whoever this is. Now, if you're in some kind of court case right now, or there's mediation or something legal going on here, if that's what you're facing, if that's what you're in, if you have the strength and you think it's worth it to get into this, because I'm not feeling a lot of strength around you. I keep on getting this tiredness and this kind of listlessness and, oh, I'm so tired and all that. But if you do have the strength and if you do want to fight this, I think you actually do have a good case. I'm seeing a lot of positivity here. Positivity in the end, not positivity going through this. It's very difficult. That's why I think you need to be mentally and physically up to this. But the end result will be positive if you do this. Now, something's going to come out as well. I'm seeing something here that's going to come to light about whoever this is. And you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to keep that information. That's going to help me, because I think it is going to help your case if you do find out what that is, and I think you will. But yeah, if this is you, if this is all making sense to you, I just want you to really think about your levels of tiredness, your emotional tiredness, and just really ask yourself, is this worth the energy? It's a very draining process. I'm not going to lie and say it's not. It is. But if you do go through with this, there's definitely a good outcome at the end. There's some positivity at the end. I think for you, it's just a matter of weighing everything up and seeing whether it's worth it or not. Because sometimes it isn't. Sometimes if you go into a law case, you go and get lawyers and all that kind of thing, sometimes it's a waste of money. You spend more money on the lawyers than you do fighting the actual thing. I don't think that's the case here, but you also spend a lot of emotional energy, and it's like, is the outcome that I want, even if I get that, is it worth spending that energy on? So I think that's something you have to ask yourself. Okay, so the first card you have for your presence, the Page of Cups. I really like this card because I like a bit of humour. He looks a bit silly. So look at his clothes. I love him. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing here again. A reconciliation, because this card can be about messages. It can be about love messages. It can be about fun messages. And, there's a wavy sea behind this page as well. And it's just like what I was seeing in the Six of Wands, and the Six of Swords, I should say. And it's right next to him. These two getting away from a wavy sea and going into something more, into something calmer. And so what's behind this man is a wavy sea. So I think that's that same person there who you've separated from. And there's a message here coming. So yeah, there's a lot of backwards and forwards behind you as a couple. I'm really getting this, because I'm looking at these waves again, I'm really getting this big build-up of tension. When a wave goes up, there's all this tension, and then it goes down again. It's kind of released. That's what I'm getting, ups and down, and ups and downs. And I was seeing a lot of passion as well in the Ace of Wands. And so maybe you fell out a few times, you kept on falling out, and then you'd make up again with a lot of passion. And so there's this excitement. It's like, oh, and then excitement, and then horrible, and then excitement. And that can be a little bit addictive. And I'm not saying it was for you, but sometimes you can get addicted to the excitement of getting back together again. And yeah, again, this card can be about messages. So I think there's a message coming to you. I think it's a really light-hearted message that's coming to you, because this is a light-hearted card. So I think they're probably going to be the first one to break this tension, because this is, silly, fun. So it's a break of the tension. And yeah, there's a small message here. Again, light-hearted, a bit of an icebreaker, just starting things off between you, I think. And from what I'm seeing here, because I'm seeing all this tiredness around you, I think when they first approach you, obviously they're not approaching you with all this heaviness, with, oh, let's talk about all the deep and meaningful things we went through and all that kind of thing. They're not going to do that. And I don't think you're going to want to do that either, because you're just very, very tired. I keep on seeing that. There's a bit of hesitation around this as well on your part, because I think it's like, oh, I'm just tired of this. But there's love there. Again, there's love on both sides. Now, if you're going to connect properly again, and if you're going to form a relationship again, if that's what you want to do, and if that's what they want to do, and I'm seeing that you do, probably, there is going to have to be a change here, because I keep on seeing these ups and downs, ups and downs. And of course, it's really exciting when you have the ups again, these passionate ups. But it's not sustainable to be like that. It's exhausting to go through that emotionally over and over again. And you are exhausted. That's what I'm getting from you. Exhausted, exhaustion, tiredness. So you really don't want to go through all that again. It is exciting, it's fun, but I think It's not sustainable. There's definitely a connection coming. And you know what else? It feels like changes. It feels like they're changing or something's going to change. It really does feel like that. You're probably thinking, oh, they'll never change. But that's what I'm seeing. And I have to tell you that's what I'm seeing. I can't quite see how or why they're going to change. I wish I could tell you that, but I'm being honest here. I can't see that, but I am feeling that. I am feeling a big change here in this card. And it's a change in this connection. So it does feel like you are going to get back together at some time. And there is going to be a big change between how you relate to one another. So that's what I'm seeing now. Okay, so the next card you have your presence, the Hierophant. Okay, this is quite heavy, what I'm seeing here. It's quite deep. It's not negative, but it's a bit unusual. I'm going to try and articulate what I'm seeing here. It's a bit, okay, this is going to sound strange as well to a lot of people, so just bear with me. Okay, so the Hierophant's obviously representing what's happening inside a church. He's a church leader. He's got these monks that are kind of sitting there listening to what he has to say. And the Five of Pentacles, obviously that's about what's happening outside a church. So they're both about a church. They're both about some kind of spirituality, religion, or something like that. Now, what I'm getting here is there's a feeling of being an outsider, which is what I'm picking up on in the Five of Pentacles. They're obviously on the outside of the church. They're trying to get inside and they can't get inside. So I think maybe you felt a little bit like this throughout your life, like a little bit of an outsider, not fitting in with the norm, not quite fitting in, especially when it comes to jobs and work, because this is Pentacles in the Five of Pentacles. So I'm seeing work around this, work, money, jobs. So you might have been, you might have had a lot of work problems and things like that. Now, I'm not saying you're alone or anything like that. I think you're a really outgoing person, actually. You can joke with people. This is about feelings. This is about what's on the inside. Now, okay, this is something quite specific here. It's not going to be for everyone. So I'm seeing money here and I'm seeing money problems. And I think you went through some money problems, or your family did, maybe when you were growing up. Because I'm seeing you having things at one time, lots of things and all of that. And then suddenly the things weren't there. I'm seeing things around you and then things leaving you. That's what I'm seeing. So if that resonates with you, I think that might be what's giving you this feeling of, being in different job situations. And then it's like, okay, this isn't permanent. This is temporary. It could all go tomorrow. That's what I'm getting. And so that's what I'm seeing around jobs, careers, things like that. I'm seeing lots of different jobs. I'm seeing stops and starts and things like that. So if that resonates with you, okay, there's something else that's a little bit strange here as well. So, okay, I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm not going to worry about what you think. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. So obviously this is all church imagery here. So it's all about spirituality in these two cards. Someone is caring about you. Someone's watching over you. Someone has a wish for you. Someone has a prayer for you. Someone is praying on your behalf or wishing something on your behalf. And they're watching you. They're helping you to do this particular thing that they'd like you to do. I know that sounds very strange. They're watching over you. I'm seeing that. This person understands the feeling of being an outsider. They understand what that feels like. Now, they can see a huge amount of potential in you. I'm seeing that. They see all this potential in you. They see that you're very intelligent. I can see that as well. You're very intelligent. Now, there might be some people around you, or there might have been some people around you in the past growing up who didn't see that, who didn't see that you have that intelligence. So now there's some kind of learning. There's some kind of learning that's ahead of you. This is very, very challenging learning, very difficult learning. But you can do this. Now, if you take this up, If this is making any sense to you at all, it may be, it may not be. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. It's coming straight out. If you know what this says, if this is something that you've always wanted to do, something you've always wanted to learn, something you've always wanted to study, but you've been like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can afford this, I don't know if I'm good enough, all of that kind of thing, you should do this, you should take this up. Because what I'm getting here is, this is someone's prayer for you, this is someone's wish for you. They want to see you doing this. They want to see you fulfilling your potential. They want to see you happy. They want to see you rising up like this Hierophant. Look how elevated this Hierophant is. Look at these monks looking up to the Hierophant. That's how they see you, and that's the position you should be in. The other thing I'm seeing is this person who's watching over you, they didn't get to do that. They didn't get to fulfill their potential, and they want you to do that. So if this is you, I think the biggest challenge for you, it's going to be ignoring people who tell you can't do this, and ignoring words that have happened to you, or people have said to you, I should say, in the past, because I think you've had people say you can't do this, you can't do that. There's a little bit of jealousy around you. Maybe this is sibling jealousy, people telling you can't do this. So you have this person watching you, you have this person helping you. They're going to help you to do this. Now, with the Five of Pentacles, you might be thinking something like, oh, how am I going to pay for this learning? How am I going to do this? This is impossible. I'm outside. I can't get in. I want to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. There's a way for you to do this. Now, because this is all very spiritual, what I'm seeing here, and I'm seeing this person watching over you, if this resonates with you, if you know who this is, if you know what this is about, if you don't, just ignore this. It's not for you. If you do, get some time to yourself. Meditate if that's something you do. Even if you don't, start doing that. Write things down in a journal, on your phone, doesn't matter where it is. Write everything out that's in your heart. First meditate, listen to the learning, listen to the words you're hearing, listen to the music, listen to the sounds, listen to the smells, anything that comes in. If that makes any sense to you, write it all down. And the way that you're going to do this is going to come to you. The answer's inside you, and I think it's being given to you. You have this beautiful presence around you who understands you. They're watching over you. I don't want this to upset anyone. I really, really don't. I just hope this message gets to the right person. And that's really tiring for me. Sorry. So, okay, I have no idea if any of that made sense. It was just it just all came out when I looked at those two cards. So I just hope that, I just hope someone understands that. Okay, I'm just going to go on to the next card because that's very draining. Okay, the first card you have for your future is the Knight of Wands. Look at the energy in this card. It's saying, this card's saying, I want to conquer this, I want to do this. That's the energy of this night. So I think at least you are going to go ahead and make plans to do this thing, if that all resonated with you, what I'm seeing in your present. You're going to do this, you're going to make plans to do this, or at least you're going to try, which is a start. It doesn't matter where you are, just try. Just try. This is something you're supposed to be doing. That's what I'm seeing. Again, some kind of studying. That's what I'm seeing here. It's really going to lead you to a whole new place in your life. And it's to where you need to be, where you're supposed to be. Now, it's not going to be an easy process. I'm seeing that again here. There are going to be a few struggles. And this knight goes backwards and forwards. He's not very steady. He's not very sure of himself. He's not really in control of this horse. It's going up and down. But he's going ahead anyway. Doesn't matter. So you've got to work through things internally and externally. The feelings you're getting and the people around you and all of that kind of thing. And working out the logistics. It's a tongue twister, and all that kind of thing. It's not going to feel as if you know what you're doing. You're going to be like, I don't know what I'm doing, just like this knight here. But you will get there. If you just keep on going, you'll get there. I really hope this resonates with you, because it really feels like being a bit lost, or feeling lost, like the people in the Five of Pentacles, and then finding your home, finding where you're supposed to go. Really, really beautiful. So I really hope that makes sense to someone here who's listening.